Hi guys, it's Hira here with Career Lee, and in this video we are going to be talking about career coaching. So think of this session as Career Coaching 101. And the reason that I really want to cover this topic is because whether you decide to work with us or whether you decide to work with someone else, it's really important that you understand what career coaching is, what it's not, what it includes, what it doesn't include, so that you're as well educated and well informed as possible before you sign up for this. Career coaching can be really time intensive, it can be expensive, and sometimes it's really not what's necessary. There could be something else that's more appropriate than signing up for coaching. So I think it's important that we understand what the different pieces are in the career coaching puzzle before we can make that decision. So the way I like to explain career coaching to my clients is to say, well, think of it as on a spectrum. There are upstream activities, midstream activities, and downstream activities. And a lot of the upstream activities are really around clarification and discernment. So it's really about having a number of conversations with you where we're trying to figure out, who you are, what are the work experiences that you have had so far, what are some of the things that are working, what are some of the things that are not working, and then where is it that you would like to head towards. Part of this discussion is around your strengths, your talents, your skills. I like to distinguish between learned skills, the type of skills you've learned through experience on the job as well as through your education, versus natural abilities, innate capacities. These things to me are a key piece, because when you are in sync with using those talents, that type of work is going to feel a lot more joyful and easier for you than when you feel like you're swimming upstream doing stuff that you may have learned how to do, but you just feel like it's still difficult. Okay, so that's just to give you a little bit of an inside view into one part of the conversation, but this is, it's a lot more complicated than that. There are other pieces to it. So the next piece would be how do you match some of these skills and talents and gifts to the appropriate career paths. Sometimes we use career assessments and online tests, and at other times we use our own proprietary frameworks that we have developed so that we can ask you the right questions that would allow us to get the information that we need and basically make this sort of overarching analysis of all the different pieces and come up with a good idea of who you are, what makes you tick, what are the things that you are good at, what are your strengths, what are your talents, and conversely also some of the things that you might be struggling with. And then, like I said, matching those to the appropriate, of the most suitable types of work. So I would say that is the first part of this process. The second part of the process, and really this is where the rubber meets the road, this is where the magic happens, and that is the strategic implementation of all this stuff that we have now dissected and analyzed, and we've got all these insights, we've figured it out, we've figured you out, we've figured what it is that we think you should be doing. Now we have to move into the doing, into an action plan. And so this is where we need to look at your collateral, your resumes and cover letters and LinkedIn profiles, and reposition all of that. Basically recraft everything so that it fits this new thing that you want to move into. A lot of times we find that that the top part of the process, the upstream part, the fun conversations, that gets done, and where the ball gets dropped is in this part where one now needs to do something and actually take the actions, make the effort to move into the new path. And that's a shame, because weeks can go by, months can go by, and before you know it, a year or two has gone by, and suddenly you think, well, what was the point of working with that coach? Nothing really came out of it. And this is usually why, because people are good at the upstream stuff, but there's no follow-through and equal dedication to the downstream stuff, which, like I said, in my opinion, is really where it happens. That's where, if you really are going to make a career switch, if you really are going to make a change in your life, That's where that happens. And that's really where the coach needs to roll up their sleeves, get in there with you, and help you figure out the concrete steps towards making the career switch. Typically, the way it works is it's all about identifying transferable skills. So our work is to look at the underlying themes in whatever you did before and figure out how that is still relevant and still applies to the new line of work that you need to go into. Now, if it doesn't apply at all, well, then I would probably counsel you that maybe this new thing is not the best suited, the best matched path for you. All right, so hopefully that was a little useful guidance as to what career coaching means. So again, it includes the top conversations about who you are and your skills and strengths, and then matching that to the appropriate career paths, and then the downstream work, the work of actually making it happen. So the job search, the resumes, the cover letters, repositioning all of that for your potential switch over, okay?